Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Shack channel. Here in channel we will be covering variety of programming topics, so let's get started with one of them. Today we are talking about database security, how to prevent any loss, steal of data and so on. As backend programming language there is PHP and database is MySQL. So today we'll learn how to protect database from SQL injection. What's SQL injection, you may ask? So let me explain you. It's one of the most widespread cyber attack methods via which hacker can gain indirect access to database. It allows hacker to manipulate data and perform operations. How dangerous is that? Actually, SQL injection is old hacking technique, but as they say, old but not useless. It's still working. Fortunately, there are many solutions to protect database from SQL injection. Let's take a look at the steps we have to perform. At this moment, I'll be brief enough because it may take hours of explaining every possible way of protection. Here we see only one method of securing connection, and it's just making any data coming from every possible input to not to be executed as a code in SQL database. By this, we just exclude the opportunity of SQL commands to be entered as an actual code in input fields such as login forms, search boxes, and etc. So let's take a look at the actual code. Here we have simple login form, nothing fancy, and here user can input first name, last name, email, and password, and also here hacker can input some SQL commands to manipulate database. Here we just store and send all the data to database. So here we have information from user, here we have SQL query, and this function just sends all the data to database so it can be recorded. Here we establish a connection with database, and this part of code just lets us know if the failing part is the connection part. And here I just stored all the credentials to access my database. So in my case, server is a localhost, username is root, and I don't have any password, and name of my database is some_db. So let's get back to this code. So as you may notice, there is no security layer. So how we can fix that? So it literally takes just a few moments. So let me show you. Just let me type it. So here we have this function, and it has two parameters to be passed. So first parameter is credentials to access database, and the second parameter is the actual data that we want to send. So we have to do the same thing to all these variables. So let me do that. So yeah, we are done here. So what actually we did? We just made any input coming from this form to be perceived as a text. For example, even if some SQL command, some SQL code was entered here, it will not be executed in our SQL database because it will be perceived as a text but not as a code. So I think it's the simplest explanation. So thank you a lot for watching, and see you on my next videos.